Okay, everybody. Um, whew, this is fun when technology doesn't work. So, telling everybody who's in my chat stream to go to my other stream. Oh, back to my channel homepage and it is so much fun when tech does not want to work. So I'm going to be watching my other chat channel. Looks like most of you are jumping in here. So that's a good sign. Hopefully we've got everything there. It looks like I still got 22 people on the wrong deal, but hey, here we got several of you jumping. I'm still trying to watch for the other one just to make sure. Yeah, believe it or not, OBS, which is my normal streaming program, is actually still sitting there trying desperately to connect. It is up to, let's see, 97.7 drop frames, so it is just not going to go. So I'm going to give a few minutes here, try and get, we still have a dozen people over on the other spot and kind of let them catch up. It means I won't be able to pull up my couple other videos and stuff. It's not OBS. We've been having internet issues, and I think part of it is because the times that it seems to be getting really slammed hard is the times when churches are streaming. So Wednesday night was a Wednesday night service. This is Good Friday. There's a lot of churches that are streaming this evening for Good Friday. And so I think that's what it is. Let me try one other thing here real quick, because this angle is awkward. Let me see here. Do I have... Oh, I want to see if I can at least get this propped up. Oh, thank you so very much. You are very welcome. Those of you who don't know, Skater Punk Barbie, there we go. They had a funeral that they had to deal with this week thanks to COVID. So please remember her in prayer and her whole family. They could really use it. Okay, so at least that's a little bit better angle. I'm closer than I want, and but I think we're just going to have to deal with that. Whew, we still have 8 people, 7. So we're slowly getting everybody over. So I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening, and that you're doing well with this nice little time and isolation and everything. It's going to be a little more interesting for me to keep up on the chat. In fact, I'm actually going to see if I can pull up my channel page and hopefully get my chat up on a big screen so I can see you all better, because that will make it much easier for me to keep track of things than trying to read it on my phone. We are doing good. We are, we're working quarantine. My workload has not lightened at all, as crazy as that sounds. And there we go. I think we can get this up. And let me just mute that. And hey, now I can actually read the chat and keep up with it and not have to sit there and go, what's going on? So that is a good thing. That'll be much easier for me to pay attention because now it's a size I can actually see. So, prayer request. Dad's high school buddy lost his wife to, we will definitely be praying. Aaron, send me the prayer request through Facebook so that way I can keep track of it. That will be easier. Yes, if you didn't see the thumbnail yet. All right. So, but yeah, I think a lot of it is just because with the holidays and Good Friday and everything else, I think a lot of it is just churches using up. We're on cable internet, which means it's a shared connection town, and I think that may be part of it. And I've just noticed for the last couple hours, it's been very slow and waiting for pages to load. So I was had a feeling this was going to be going. Did I do a live stream today for Good Friday? Yes, my church actually has a live stream posted. We did the Stations of the Cross there. And then we actually have another video that's on my Burning Bush by George Bernash channel for Good Friday as well. So let me get on to task here. I do have a few things I want to talk about. Not a whole lot of news out of the park, obviously, because they're all closed. There are some announcements that things are starting to get delayed. The Marvel experience at Disneyland, they're now postponing that. No dates on it. Disney has worked out a deal with a lot of their unions, not quite all of them, but a lot of them, where they are going to be furloughing their cast members that are unionized. What that means is they keep all their medical benefits, they get to keep the perks, some of the special services that Disney offers and things like that, but they also get to file for unemployment. And as weird as this sounds, because of the government financial package, they're actually going to get more money on unemployment, or at least what they were making, if not good chance more than they would if they were working in the parks. Now, of course, they don't get overtime, so that'll kind of balance for many of them. But this way, they will be able to get paid and at the same time keep all their benefits. And then when they do eventually get reopened, they're going to be ready to go. What do I think of the Disney new land purchase? That was actually on my list of stuff. Right now, I don't know. Disney did buy several more acres just west of Magic Kingdom. They'd actually purchased some land out there before. This is the ongoing rumor that there may be a fifth park out there. We really don't know if Disney has bought this for land conservation, to just let it sit so they can develop other areas in the resort area, such as build a new hotel. I don't know that a new park is going to come, because right now with 4, Disney World sitting at a very nice balance. So I think that's probably not going to be a park. I don't know if Disney really knows exactly what they're going to do yet. We'll see what happens. Right now, I don't know if they have plans. Right now, they're just trying to get through all of this mess and eventually get opened. So that's really kind of what's happening there. Is pretty much everything with every single park out there is just on hold. If you hear any dates, don't put any stock in them, because at this point they're just saying we're going to be closed until at least that date. Some parks have said at least May. Universal is now saying May 31st. I'll be honest, there's a good part of me that says probably not May at all for anybody, because they're going to be waiting on, how do you test people before they go in the parks? Do you test people before they go in? Do you wait and make sure that they have had it already? Do we have to wait to vaccine? There's just a lot that we just don't know how they're going to be able to do it yet. I mean, goodness, our schools can't even figure out what they're doing. If you saw the mess that my wife's school is trying to do with teaching online right now, it's nuts. They're literally making it up as they go, because what would normally be a 9-month to 1 year long planning process on how to do school online, they've been trying to do in 3 weeks while actively doing it. And it's a mess. It really is. So all those things about what do theme parks do, how do they handle season passes, like Tyler's asking about, we don't know yet. We don't know if they're going to get open this year or not. We don't know how much they're going to be opened and what's going to happen. So it's just way too early to make any sort of decisions or guesses or things like that, because we don't know. I know most of the ones that have the season passes, who are paying monthly, they're extending your time on the season pass. So, for example, my membership at Six Flags, for every month that they're closed, my membership gets extended by another month paid for nothing. Plus, we're getting extra benefits. For Silver Dollar City, they've already said they're going to send out more guest passes. For Walt Disney World, if your annual pass is supposed to expire, for every month they're closed, they're going to add on another month to it to give you that much more time. But they're still trying to figure out. We're really not going to know anything until May or June. And that's pretty much what we're going to be waiting on. So there's no way to really guess. A lot of the schools have announced they're closed for the rest of the year. My wife has no more school this year. They're trying to do it online, but yeah. Aaron Tomzak, that was a great time to fix the Disco Yeti. If you didn't get to see my last regular live stream, I showed you Joe Rohde's answer to that. Hey, is this a good time to fix it? No. There are a lot of other issues with the Yeti on Expedition Everest that are going to keep it from being a fix. And right now, a lot of the construction is shut down anyways. So you can't fix something without workers. Plus, it takes time and a plan and the parts and the ability to know what you're even going to fix to make it work. So Yeti ain't happening anytime soon. Hey, Brandon, good to have you with us. So, yeah. So that's most of what's coming out of the parks. Disney Plus is becoming bigger. They hit 50 million subscribers, which is a huge number. And then they actually just announced that they are doing a live action Robin Hood. Robin Hood's one of my favorite movies. I love Robin Hood. So they're actually going to remake Robin Hood, which actually has me a little bit nervous, because they're going to use the computer animation for animals, and I don't know how that's going to work. So we'll see. I'm nervous on that, but that's going to go straight to Disney Plus. They've also announced that they have a new behind the scenes series that they're going to be starting that is actually going behind the scenes of several of the Disney movies and showing you the props and things like that. So Pirates of the Caribbean is on that list and a bunch of others. That actually looks really cool. And Disney Plus actually has a couple really neat behind the scenes shows. So if you haven't been watching Disney Plus, well, why not? I do have a whole bunch of mail here. So let me hold that up so you can see I've got a pretty good stack. I am actually waiting on a couple packages I know that were sent to me that aren't here yet. So I'll spoil the surprise on one of them. I know Craig was sending us a couple things for Easter, so they're going to be here tomorrow. But yeah, hey, that's how it works. But I want to hit that. I'm trying to watch the stream, make sure that we get that I catch all of your questions and everything. Anyone experiencing Disney food withdrawals? They sell Mickey bars and Mickey ice cream sandwiches. Actually, this is something that is really cool. If you watch the Disney sites, Blog Disney in particular, which is an official one, they have posted recipes for their mini churro bites. So you can make your own mini churros. They're supposed to taste just like the park. There are a number of park videos. Disneyland has put up their parades, so you can see those going up. Japan's Fantasmic, they actually posted an incredible rendition of that a week or two ago. And then Disneyland Paris has just announced they're going to start posting some things as well. So you're going to, if you watch online, you'll get to see a lot of that. Josh Ingram, what's going to happen to SDC festivals? We don't know. We don't know anything. If a festival is passed, they're not going to go back and redo it. I do know that they have basically canceled the Bluegrass and Barbecue, which is supposed to be May, because the entertainers are announcing that they've canceled their performances. So that's not going to happen. But when Silver Dollar City does get open, they will probably just pick up the festivals from right where they are. That's what I'm sure they're hoping to do. We'll see how that works out. There's just so much that we just don't know. So, and we're just going to have to wait and see on a whole lot of it. Let's see here. Oh, yes, Dole Whip. There is actually a recipe for Dole Whip out on there now, too, including a non-dairy Dole Whip. So, let's see. Drop $30 on a Mickey-shaped waffle maker. Stupid, worth it. I have seen those. That looks really cool. Let's see. What do I think parks will do in regards to keeping rides clean and germ-free for the... At the very least, what they were doing before. So much of that, though, we're going to wait and see if they even feel it's safe to open. I know they were talking about putting in plans to constantly, through the course of the day, continually sanitize the rides and stuff. But a lot of that they don't know yet. They have no idea. So a lot of it's just going to be waiting and see. Because if the parks don't know, we don't know. And I know that's a terrible answer. It sucks. You want more. You want to know what's going on. And we just can't. Do the SCC robbers get their training in the movement? In the movement? You lost me there, Crazy Mike. So, Timotar, when the heats up, parks should be safer until weather gets colder. This virus is not inhibited by weather. It is raging through the tropical zones, which don't get cold. So, unfortunately, don't expect the warm weather to influence and change the virus much. It is not showing that. It's not typical of the flu and colds in that regard. So, we will see. Can I say hi to you, Crystal Mateo? No, I can't do that. Sorry. Okay. So, my son attends Evangel. No, he doesn't. My son's actually graduated from Evangel as of a year and a half ago. So both of my kids graduated. In fact, I even have the video on my channel of when we went to the Promised Land Zoo right after their graduation. So, yes, they are all graduated. They're in the workforce and all that. They do. We actually do have a young lady, though, that attends our church, my son's girlfriend, in fact. If you look back Silver Dollar City last fall, you'll see Sweater Ninja. That's her. And Hannah is an Evangel student. She's having a little bit of a hard time. One, because she's sequestered. Two, she's an art student, and all of her art projects were at the school, and she can't finish them. We finally got to go a week ago and finally move her stuff out of the dorm. Um, but yeah, she was waiting quite a bit. So but otherwise, we're doing good. We're playing games online. In fact, I hope you guys have enjoyed a couple of those weird online things we did. Oh gosh, what was it? Drawful the other day. I had a great time. Got to use you guys as the audience. We are looking at doing some stuff like that again. In fact, I actually bought a whole online party pack, so we can do several other things like that. So looking forward to that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The whole idea is to have some fun and just take our mind off everything and be kind of brainless and goofy. So that's kind of what we're looking to do again. I can't tell you when. Those are just going to be kind of pop-ups. Hey, we got some time. We can get together. Let's do it. So we'll see. We might Sunday night. I don't know. We'll find out. So, Jack Party Pack 3. Hey, that's actually the one I just bought. So there you go, dog shooter. So I got some packages here. This one is actually from Pinderella. It is pins. Peach. Can we do Pictionary? Actually, if you look at what Drawful is, it's like a combination of Pictionary and Balderdash, and it is nuts. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, though. So let me show off a couple pins that I got, because I found these cheap. I like pins from Pinderella. If you want a good place to buy pins online, look for Pinderella. Her supply chain is kind of interesting right now because of everything going on, but she does great stuff as far as pins go. So let me show off a couple of these things. Should play Jackbox with some friends. The neat things with the Jackbox games, like Drawful, and we've got a bunch of others like Murder by Trivia, is we can play as a family, and then everybody else who logs in, we can show you the room code, and you can log in as the active audience, and you can actually vote on the stuff we're doing, and you get to play a role. So it's a lot of fun. Let's see. So this one is going to my daughter, and let's see. There we go. Try to get it up so you can see it. So there is a cat pin, and we've got Star Wars. Love Star Wars. And I got a couple others here, and then I'm going to jump right into the viewer mail after this. We got a couple other pins. These are actually cast lanyard pins that came out recently, and I'm just like, oh, this was a series that I really wanted when we were at Disneyland, and I couldn't find them. So now I'm going to pick them up from her, because they're cheaper that way. Ha-ha! Thank you so much, Eric. You owe me. What do you owe me for? I don't know what you would owe me for. So, oh, I know what you're talking about now, but I appreciate it. I really do. So, and let's see. And then this is actually a pin I've been looking for a little while. So we can get up there. That is Phantasmic. And yeah, I know it's in reverse. Sorry. It looks, well, on my phone it's in reverse. Okay, it's coming in fine for you guys. So that's cool. And then one more Black Spire Outpost pin. So excited to add those to my collection. All right, so let me jump into viewer mail. If you owned a theme park, it would be called Konigland. Okay. Do I like racing? Well, they're not on this shelf. My other shelf has my NASCAR cars that people have sent me. I am a longtime Jeff Gordon and Darrell Waltrip fan, so old school NASCAR. But I also right now, I root for Eric Jones right now, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's actually from my hometown. Eric Jones actually dated a Burn Ash for a while. So yes, I do root for them. I do love NASCAR racing. And I have been watching a little bit of the online stuff. So heard that if the Disney parks get ready to open, it's going to take a week for maintenance. I have no idea. I don't know how much they've been doing. I don't know what they need to do. Knoebels has posted that once they eventually get some dates, that it will take them a week to get ready. They are the only ones that have said anything like that, though. I don't know how long the other parks will need to get ready. Do I have a favorite pin in my collection? I've got a few of them. I love my Figment pins. I do have a favorite something. Figment is my favorite character, so I love my Figments. And I actually have a series of Figment pins that I just love, with Figment dressed up in costumes and holding flags of all the different countries of the World Showcase. That is awesome. I've got a couple others too. I actually did a video not too long ago showing off my pins. So, and unfortunately, being on my phone, I can't just drop the link in. But yeah, check out my pin videos. Do I play racing games? I just don't have time to play games. The one game I'm kind of playing right now is Lord of the Rings Online. Yes, I know, old RPG game. And then I play Civ 6. Um, but that's the only things I have time for. My workload with this hasn't lightened up at all. If anything, I've gotten busier. In fact, as a good example, I don't know if I hope you all liked the videos this week that I posted with the Look at Marine World Africa USA and the stupid guess, and I've got a couple other things up. Uh, those videos actually take more time than normal because once I start doing the green screen and start pulling in other footage, in particular the stupid guess one that I just posted yesterday, my normal video takes around 8-ish hours or so from script writing to filming to editing and the whole bit, about 8 hours. Well, with that one, because I'm writing three different parts, I'm writing the narration, I'm writing the stupid guest, and I'm writing the cast member. There's more writing. And then for that 26-minute video, I actually had about 45 minutes of footage I shot that I had to edit out. So that's actually an hour of shooting because of the costume changes and getting everything set. And then the editing is just crazy. It took me, I think it was around 15 hours is what I finally figured out to get the video done last night. Or the other day. So I hope you like that one because it was a lot of work. But I do love how it came out. So but yeah, as far as games, I just don't have time to do a whole lot of games. Let's see here. Let me try and scroll up. You guys, y'all are busy tonight. That's good. Let's see here. Hi, Jesse Steck. Let's see. Do I collect any of the Universal pins or just Disney? I collect whatever kind of pins I've got. In fact, once I get through the mail, remind me and I'll pull up some of my pins because I've got them in 7 binders over here. And I've actually got a couple pages that are just filled with pins from other parks. So I collect anything I can get, especially if they're theme park pins. So do I have one for Silver Dollar City? I've got several of them. Kurt Haynes asking. Again, if you go to my channel homepage, in the search box there, type in dumb guests or silly guests, and you'll pull them up. Several of them are old, so the video I just posted is actually taking some of my original material from way back when I started 4 years ago and updating it and redoing it, but also adding in more. And I'm going to do the same thing with Silver Dollar City here soon. So you can see the old video, and it's funny, but it's hard to watch with the way I edited and everything. So I'm updating it and doing it again. So I will have a new one for Silver Dollar City coming soon. Favorite place to eat at where they have food? There's that favorites question again. Have I been on the Ratatouille ride at Disneyland Paris? Yes, I have. It's amazing. I was so excited when I realized they were going to put it in France at Epcot. Perfect fit. Absolutely perfect. It's great. So, let's see. What do I think of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? I'm waiting to write it. Let me open this one up. This is from Robert Hoover, Southern California meteorite hunter in Yuma Valley. And this just came a couple days ago, and I want to make sure I get it out. Greg, ding, 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 for the favorite. Let's see. And I can tell this is a long letter. So I don't think I'm going to read the whole letter, but I'm going to try and skim it here to give you everything I've got. Let's see. I've been watching your videos for the last couple of years, and I've really enjoyed all your content. I know from watching your videos that you are a huge fan of Disney, Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who. I am also a fan of all these things. My gift to you, in essence, incorporates all these things. As you may already know, when the movie Cars was made, they traveled old Route 66, which actually comes right through Springfield, to try and get the idea of where the settings would be based. In the movie, the Cozy Co Motel is actually based on the Wigwam Motels. One still resides in San Bernardino, California, and the others in Holbrook, Arizona. I've actually driven past one of them. New Holbrook, Arizona is also known for another thing that happened in 1912, long before Route 66. On July 19th, 1912, at 7:15, a massive fireball was seen flying to the east through Arizona. The fireball exploded over the town of Holbrook and rained down more than 14,000 meteorite fragments along a roughly 6-mile strewn field. I know I'm reading the whole letter. Most of the town of Holbrook descended on the Aztec railway yard to collect stones. Even now, people are able to go to Holbrook and recover meteorites 108 years later. Most meteorites found there are smaller than a pea size, in the under 10-gram range, while the largest was roughly 14 and a half pounds. Wow. Holbrook meteorites classified as an LLL6 chondrite, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Considered both a witness fall because there was a family living at the railway yard and saw it fall, as well as a hammerstone because it rained down and impacted the roof of their house. Most pieces recovered are broken fragments. I have given you a 4-gram complete Holbrook meteorite. How cool is that? I recovered from the strewn field in 2015. The meteorite ties all your passions together because it really did come from space and landed where Disney got inspired for a movie. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Um, Amateur meteorite hunter who has spent many hours searching for and finding Holbrook meteorites. Also a member of the International Meteorite Collectors Association, so rest assured what I give you is a real meteorite from space. That is awesome. That is really awesome. And then he's actually got a page in here that talks about the Holbrook meteorite. That is so cool. My son is going to be so jealous. So jealous. Thank you so much, Robert. That is so cool. It really is. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to jump into some of my letters here, but and then try to get these things. Am I from Springfield, Missouri? Okay, when you get a chance, look in the description. My mailing address is there. No, I'm not in Springfield, but in fact, there's other people that have actually mentioned where I live here. Let's see here. In fact, let me go back up a little bit because I'm now behind. Who's my favorite doctor? I kind of consider the fourth doctor my doctor because he was the first one I watched, but I probably my overall favorite would be David Tennant. So, 10th Doctor. Yeah, 10th Doctor. Get the brain working. So, let's see. Just announced in Central Florida, many counties are making it mandatory. We have to wear masks now. Yes, that's happening a lot. We do have parts of Missouri that are like that as well. Do I have any of the mini Marvel mystery pack pins? Not for trade. I think I have a cup. I have one. Isn't thinking about it. Yeah. Stay there. I have my traders right behind me. Let's see, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, this is the one Marvel mini pack I have, and it is Captain America. Sorry, Captain America. Captain Marvel. There we go. So I've got the one. That's the only one I've got. Crane, Missouri is basically a time capsule outdoor warning siren noise. Crane, Missouri is very typical of small town Missouri towns. There's a lot of them like Crane. This whole area, the whole state really is just filled with towns like Crane. So let's see here. Hey, dude, I don't know if you forgot, but I just want to say there's another live stream waiting for you scheduled for 8 p.m. April 10th. Video Bird, you missed the first part. I was having technical issues and I had to ditch it because my streaming software on the computer was not connecting. So if you are looking at that one, in fact, let me make sure nobody's still sitting in that room because that would be sad. And no, I am the only one there at this point. Yep, so that's why it's showing that, and that's why we're doing it this way, and I'm on my phone instead of on my computer because my computer doesn't want to connect right. So let's see here. Am I from Springfield, Missouri? No, I'm actually from California. And then I lived in Florida. And then we moved. I don't know where I'm from anymore. Let's see. Cecilia Campbell, I'm new here. Welcome. Just watched the latest video and the guest questions made me laugh so hard because my dad embarrasses me. He asked about where the Harry Potter attraction is. The sad thing with this is there's a lot of people that think it's fun and funny to go, hey, let's go ask these stupid questions on purpose. I'm funny. And the poor cast members, they're going to smile, they'll be friendly, but they're sitting there going, you're so annoying. So, yeah, it's all those things that everybody hears over and over and over again. And let's see. In fact, wow, that thing can't even connect to chat now. So, it looks like I may have somebody trying to watch the other stream. Watched all the Tolkien movies. Seen any of those? Actually, Aaron, the funny thing is we're going to start a Lord of the Rings marathon Tolkien movies tomorrow and watch all that. Oh, okay, yes, Craig, it's just you. And yes, dual monitors are fun. Craig's in the other chat channel. That's why. So, let's see. Yeah, I didn't know there's technical difficulties. I think part of it, I was saying there's a lot of churches streaming, and so we're all over the place. Wow, I'm halfway through, and I barely touched this stuff. Okay, let me hit these cards really quick so I can start getting these things here. This is from Barry, and I got a series of cards here from Barry. So, party your butt off. Just don't forget to put it back. So this is weird. This card actually came last week, and it's dated December 29th. What happened to the mail? Yeah, so Barry, I just got the birthday card. Don't ask me why. What is my church doing for Easter? Pretty much what every other church is doing for Easter. We're having services online. So, don't know about Aaron. I'm not sure what's happened with him. I haven't had a chance to talk to him in a couple days. So, let's see. So, this is also from Barry. Con cariño para ti. And you can tell my Spanish accent is not good.
Oh, I can help.
And here comes my wife. Okay, would you like to read the Spanish card, and then I will give you yours that you can open since you're here?
Yes, I have paint all over.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay. It dice, deseándote una Pascua llena de lindas bendiciones. So it says, I would wish for you an Easter filled with beautiful blessings.
Okay. Now, Barry sent her a card, too, so I'm going to, since she's standing here, I'm going to open up her card from Barry real quick. Let's see here.
I'm wishing that your wish comes true.
And there's the front of the card.
Lady Willow, happiest of birthdays to you. Happy birthday.
And actually, hey, that came pretty close.
That's very
her birthday
sweet.
was a week ago on the 4th.
Thank you.
Let's see. And then I got 3 more cards here from Barry, and then I got a few other packages. Trying to keep up. Instead of hitting the cards, maybe opening them would be more fun. Is that better, Craig? Let's see. How are we doing? We're doing good. I still have my sense of humor and everything. So, and now they're all saying, hello, Mrs. Willow and Miss Willow. And is Barry from El Paso as well? No, Barry is actually in Florida. Barry is actually a friend of mine when I was in the Florida Coaster Club when we lived down there. Barry's a member of that, and so we got to know him there. And Barry loves blessing me. Barry really loves blessing me. So April 1st from Barry. Very much enjoying the Star Trek Picard series. I haven't even started to watch that yet. I will at some point. In which case, now we're going to give spoilers. Wait a minute, what? I was quite surprised when Picard killed Riker and went to save the Romulan-Cardassian alliance. I cried when the Enterprise Z self-destructed over Beta Z. I was shocked at the end. Picard sacrificed himself to save the Federation from the Tholians. And if you believe these, April Fools. Nice, Barry. Very nice. Okay, so I do have another postcard. This is not from Barry. This is Crater Lake. Let's see. Greetings from Oregon. I have been a longtime fan, but only have recently started becoming more active. I love your information and entertaining perspective on theme parks. Lighting. Your videos are such a joy. My current goals are to try to get to Tokyo Disney in January 2021. Oh, we'll see. I'm hoping, but followed by Disneyland in May 2021. Exactly 14 years since my first visit. Wish you the best of luck getting to go to Tokyo Disney. So here's a quick update. My daughter's trip is still on, but it is slightly pushed back. We don't know exactly when she's going. Part of the issue was trying to get her there before the Olympics, and so now we're kind of going, well, we'll see what's going to happen. She's still raising money. She's still going to go, but we don't know dates yet. And the hopeful plan is for me to go at the end of her trip and meet her there. So we'll see when that happens. Also, I was originally planning on going to Texas at the end of July. My wife had a work conference there we were going to go to, and her educational work conference got canceled. And that was our hotel and some of the other stuff. So that is off at this point. So, which I'm disappointed in. I was really looking forward to Texas, and that was not going to happen. Um, any news on the census job? Randy's asking. Have not heard a thing. I don't think the census knows what they're doing with all of this stuff right now, and they're trying to figure that out too. Have we managed to see Onward yet? No, not yet. My daughter and I are going to sit down and watch it. We just haven't quite done it yet. We'll get there. Let's see. So, Easter blessing from Barry. It says, may God continue to bless you as you serve Him and His people, and may the special time of rejoicing in our risen Lord refresh your heart and spirit in the wonder of His love. Have a blessed Easter. Thank you, Barry. And the cats in the garage are making noise. Yeah, we have a pregnant cat that has adopted us and has kittens in our garage. So we've got 5 kittens that we really can't take care of that are now just over a week old. So if somebody wants me to mail them a cat, okay. What genre of music do I enjoy? I actually listen to just about everything, believe it or not. I can give you a list of concerts that I've been to that you would probably be shocked at. I have seen the Kingston Trio, Glenn Yarbrough, and Peter, Paul, and Mary. I have been to the Oak Ridge Boys, Alabama, Statler Brothers, so a bunch of old country. I have seen the Beastie Boys and Run DMC in concert, Thompson Twins, Howard Jones. Let's see. Oh, goodness. If you get into Christian music, I've seen Skillet, Newsboys, Stephen Chris Chapman, Barlow Girls, and all sorts of stuff like that. I really listen to just about everything. It's really kind of... It's harder. It's easier for me to tell you what I don't listen to than what I do. So, oh, this is cute. Oh, boy. It's Easter. Sending a basket full of wishes to someone totally excellent. That's a cool card. And then that's the inside of it. Let's see. Cookie Lady, we loved you. Have you seen the Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus? I have been watching Clone Wars and Rebels, going through. Some of it I've seen before, but yes, going through that. Let's see. My dump park. Yes. Robbers and SEC have the cloth tied over their face. Good timing now. We never wore a thing over our face. They had one show that they tried to do a change where they wore it up and it didn't work. It was dumb. So, it wasn't funny. Let's see. Let's all get George to Texas. That's the best thing we can do. We'll see. The best thing to do, I want to go to Tokyo. I've been to Texas. I would love to go back to Texas, but if I had a choice, Tokyo's where I want to go. So that's my top choice, because I've never been there. It would be new stuff. It would be all new stuff. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. I'll be honest, my stimulus check is going to pay down credit cards so there's room on there for plane tickets. And we'll see what else we can do. And I am actively trying to save money on the side as well. So that is my hope, is Tokyo. That's kind of my top priority, and then we'll go from there. Do I go to Branson shows much when I worked at Silver Dollar City? Yes, we went all the time. One of the wonderful perks of working at Silver Dollar City is that you get to go to almost all the shows free. They comp you in exchange, Silver Dollar City lets the people who work the shows go to the park free. So we were constantly going to shows. And I've still nurtured some of those contacts. So there are a few shows I can still get some pretty decent discounts. That and most of the shows also do a local special. So 6 in particular, like in February and March, would normally do a $6 ticket. They didn't get to do that this year because of the other stuff. The Hughes Brothers, we go at the beginning and the end of year, and we pay about $10 a person. My dogs are getting busy. They're like, hey, we hear people. So yes, we love to see the shows, and we went all the time when I was working in Silver Dollar City. That was one of my favorite perks. Yeah, go outside, Sealy. Outside. My wife's putting him out. So, favorite ride at Disney and Universal, the ones I'm on. Oh, let's see. Favorite piece of Disney Plus original content? Oh, that actually is an easy answer. The Mandalorian. Um, Fantastic series. I really did like the series about the Imagineers and the history. That was great, although it's not really original for Disney Plus. I do like Encore. That's just a fun show for me. My wife is like, "Ooh, musicals and memories," but I really enjoy that one. So that's probably my favorites there. Let's see here,
I like Mandalorian.
and I know I'm missing some of these here. Um, Craig, thank you. Yes. Yeah. If you do sign on as a patron or a member on YouTube, either one, the finances there, that is all getting put away to help cover. Well, not all, but most of it is going to help go towards Tokyo. So if you want to help me and you get some perks and behind the scenes stuff and early previews and other things, you can sign on as a member or patron for $1 or $2 a month, and it'll help me out. And then if I can get enough, I would love. My hope is if Tokyo works, I would love to be able to go with enough money that I can bring something back for all of my financial supporters, so all my patrons, and it may only be a map, but I would love to be able to actually do something better than that. So we'll see. Okay, let me hit this last package from Barry. And you see, I got a package here, and then I've got these two that came in that they are care of George Bernash. From Amazon, but it doesn't say who they're from, so I'm guessing they're SirWillow. We're gonna find out what they are together. I have no clue. So, have we thought recently about doing a video about park merchandise? The problem with park merchandise, especially Disney park merchandise, is I am nowhere near the parks. So it is very hard to do a video about what's in the parks and for sale when you can't get to them. So I leave that to the park vloggers that are able to be there and get into the stores and get into the parks on a regular basis. And some of them do a great job with that. The trackers are really good at that. Fresh Baked Disney can do a lot of that kind of stuff. And so if you're wanting to see what's for sale in the parks, they're really good. So Aaron, thank you so much for signing up then. I appreciate it. And this is something else. If you do sign up through YouTube, YouTube costs a little bit more, but you notice Craig's name is in green. That's one of the little perks through YouTube. So, but yeah. And Aaron, a couple of them are saying he doesn't have perks or doesn't have favorites. What happens a lot of times, and other people ask, what's your favorite? Whatever. I have a very hard time picking because my moods will change and where I'm at will change and what's going on. So I tend to have what I call top tiers and groups of favorites, but definitely not singles. Figment being a favorite character is very unusual in that regard. So, let's see. Dustin. Oh, get help with flights. Actually, Dustin, you might be surprised at some of the deals I have with flights. Craig and I have talked about this a little bit. I have a airline card that helps me book flights at a discount. I do have frequent flyer miles, and I got a couple people that also help me out. So I'm usually pretty good on the flights. It's the other stuff that usually runs up the cost. The hotels often are the biggest expense. So let's see here. Okay, so guys, easy on the new guy. Just remember, okay, when it comes to things like favorites and stuff, my regulars are all used to me answering and my standard answer. But remember, if we have somebody new, they haven't heard me say repeatedly that I don't really have favorites because I like it all. So gentle. All right, so package from Barry. Let's see. Oh, that's a cool card. Hold that one up. So Star Trek. And then he writes on there, SirWillow, happy first contact day. To celebrate Zefram Cochrane's first warp flight, here's a Star Trek themed shirt for you. And if you don't know, Zefram Cochrane is the one who invented warp flight. Star Trek First Contact shows that. And that is a very cool shirt. That's awesome. Ooh, I like that. Barry, you do such good stuff. Such good stuff. Let's see here. Which Disney parade would be a must-watch? Honestly, okay, favorite Disney parades, and I'll run through a few of them because I do have a few there. I love the Disney Christmas Parade for Walt Disney World. That's awesome. Uh, the Disneyland Paris parade. Uh, oh gosh, I'm trying to. The name of it is just slipping my mind. I've got. I like the Paris parade so much. I actually bought the soundtrack on CD and brought it home. Just possibly the best parade music I've heard. Um, the uh, the Festival of Fantasy is the Walt Disney World one, which I really enjoy that one as well. If I had to narrow it down to one, the Boo to You parade at Walt Disney World. The Halloween parade at Disneyland was good, but Magic Kingdoms for Mickey's Not So Scary was better. That's an amazing parade. I absolutely love that parade. Oh, and I can't forget the night parades too. Between Main Street Electrical Light Parade and Spectro, both were amazing parades too. So, let's see here. Yeah, the shirt does look a little bit like Deep Space Nine, which we're actually, my wife and I are watching that. So, yeah, Craig's going, boo to you, yes. Paint the Night at Disneyland, I've heard such great things about it, and I never got to see it. So, I wish I could see it. What parks do you suggest to visit that most people may not know about or have heard of? Ooh, that's actually a really good question. Well, of course, Silver Dollar City would be one. If you are in Pennsylvania, there is an amazing little park there called Knoebels Grove. It's free admission, and it has a campground as part of it. You pay per ride. They have the best wood coaster I have ever been on in the Phoenix. Well, best original wood coaster. If I add in the hybrids, then I've got Steel Vengeance and New Texas Giant, and a couple and Lightning Rod. But the Phoenix, if you can get a night ride, that roller coaster is just an absolutely amazing experience. Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk is an amazing park. Absolutely love it. That was my college home. So I love Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. That's a great one. So there's a couple for you in different parts of the country. So, but that was a good question. When I worked at PhotoPass, when they had 35 millimeter film, I did not work there when they had 35 millimeter film. I'm not that old. PhotoPass actually never had film. Kodak had film. PhotoPass came in, their first year was 1995. They were fully digital right out of the bat. The biggest thing they had to do was they had to travel around and pick up memory cards. But that was before my time. I got there, PhotoPass was about a year old when I got there, and we were already hooked up on PDAs sending the picture wirelessly. So nope, didn't have to do film in park. Thank goodness, that would have been a mess. What the heck is the Paris parade? Okay, there's this park in just outside Paris called Disneyland Paris, and they have a parade at Disneyland Paris. Okay, y'all are gonna make me look this up. Let me find this. It is called let's see, stars. That's not. I'm pulling it up here. Okay, if you go to the Disneyland page, it just says closed. Thanks. It says the Disney Stars on Parade. That's not the one that I saw, I don't think. That doesn't sound like the right parade. I would have to look it up. I might actually have video on my channel of it. Okay, here. I'm gonna see if I can find this for you here. Disney Stars on Parade. Yeah, so that's the one that I'm seeing come up, but I don't know. I feel really weird. Like that isn't the one I saw. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I'm getting old. I can't remember anything. What's my name? Fred. I'm Fred. It is Disney Stars on Parade. Okay, I am just a complete goofball and don't remember, but here, this is my video of the Disneyland Paris Parade. There you go. It's in the chat for you. So let's see. Oh, Margaret, this book is for you. This is a happy birthday gift from Craig.
Ooh, I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
Which means I wonder if this box is for you as well. Okay, yep.
My father had this book when I was little, but a different version, and I lost it. And this is one that I've been looking for a very long time. Thank you.
And let's see here.
Thank you very much.
Yep, and this is also a Margaret.
Bronte Sisters Mystery. Mysteries are amazing.
I assume that's also from Craig.
Thank you. Awesome. Someone gave you pointers. Did you not?
Well, it's from your Amazon list. That's what's from
Oh,
Amazon.
well, that is pointers. Thank you.
Hey, Craig, thank you for giving her something to do to keep her entertained so she doesn't go stir crazy and then drive me crazy.
No, that actually will happen when the district figures out what the blessing they're going to do with all the people that are on AP or online learning, but they can't finish the school year. So,
He says you're welcome. So, yes, of all of us, my daughter and I are homebodies enough that we don't mind just staying here, working on the computers and working around the house. My wife is the one that's used to going out and doing things and being places and seeing people, and she has the hardest time with all of this, and not being able to go do that. So, let me see here. I'm going to scroll back up just a little bit, kind of see what I may have missed. I did tell you I was going to show off those pins. Let's see here. So I gave you the link to that. RMC are hybrids, not wooden. They're based on a wood coaster, but yes, they're a hybrid coaster because they have a steel track. Outlaw Run is the one that may be considered wood because it's really designed. It's got the wood stack on it. This is a coaster nerd discussion, and I know most of you are like, what? But wish they would bring back submarines. They did. They're at Disneyland. If you're talking about Disney World, they can't because there's this stuff built where they used to be. So not going to happen. Sealy. My dog's over there scratching herself raw. Let's see. If I could build a Disney theme park anywhere in the world, where would it be? In my backyard. Okay. Let's see here. And I'm trying to check this out. I've got this cord running from my phone just to make sure everything's working right, and it's right where my chat is. Let's see. Now singing the song for because you mentioned the Disney Stars on Parade. I'm now singing the theme from the parade. If you go to that video I posted you, I'm telling you that song just gets you. It is fun. It's energetic. It's danceable. You can't help but love it. It is the most amazing music, and it's a great parade to go with it. I will say this. It is far and away the best parade theme music song. The only other one close would be the Main Street Electrical Parade, because once you hear those songs, everybody knows that. It's the same way in that. So just parade music, Francis first, Main Street Electric Parade is second, right next to it, and all the others are kind of back there. Festival of Fantasy is pretty good. I mean, I can sing parts of that one. Almost. Okay, Craig, you almost had me singing. Have I seen the Disneyland Forever fireworks show? Yes, I think that's what they showed when we were there. The one last October we saw the fireworks, and they were good. They were really good. They didn't have a parade though. That was not happy. Let me grab my pins here for a second. Ugh. Ouch. Let's see. This other book. Okay. Favorite pins. Since people were asking. So I have 7 binders now full of pins. It's bad. And I actually don't have a big pin collection. Mine's pretty small. But this is the Figment pins I was talking about. So right there. So you can see those. That actually, I was 1 pin short in that collection for a long time. And a couple years ago, somebody sent me a pin. So one of my very first mail calls, it was like the second or third one I did, and I opened up that pin, and I just about cried on camera because I was so surprised to get it. But that is probably my favorite set of pins that I've got. And yes, you can see I like Figment. I love Figment pins. And then the other pins I would say are my favorites. I believe are in the back of this one. Nope, not this book. One of the book. 1 second. Let's see. I'm telling you, I got a lot of pins. This book is almost... I've got one book here that's all cast member pins. But this one... Let's see. Ouch. And... Alright, where did these pins go? I got 2 pins that... When I was at Disneyland, I actually traded for these 2 pins that were just amazing. Oh, they're right here. They're in my cast member book. Okay, so these pins are the ones up on top. This is a cast member series, and I actually have a couple of those traders. So those are safety pins. But at Disneyland, I found another pin trader that had those. And I believe it's a series of 4 or 5 pins, but I got those, and those are just amazing pins for me. I absolutely love those. And so that's, if I were going to pick a couple favorites, it would be those. The one other one I would pick, this is what's called a fantasy pin. It is not an official Disney pin, but it is one that Disney cast members actually created. And I've told this story in a couple pins, and it would be that one, which is my Pluto Memorial. So look at my pin videos. I tell the story of that pin in it. So you can actually look up favorite pin, and it should come up there. So, let's see here. Whew. Miss Dreamfinder. In fact, yeah, Barry sent me the Dreamfinder autobiography a couple months ago for Christmas. That was a great book. Absolutely great book. Let's see. Try to get caught back up. Have I seen the Disney Cinderella Castle for its 25th birthday where it looked like the birthday cake? I didn't see it in person, and I'm very happy I didn't. Oh, the pictures I've seen, it looked horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, yeah, I'm happy I didn't see that. The first castle I got to see was the 50th Disney Parks castle, and that was just gorgeous. It was beautiful the first year I got there, and then they took down all the gold trim and everything. They're going back to that a little bit for the upcoming anniversary. I like the updates they're doing, but the first Disney World castle I saw was just amazing. Oh, let's see here. Let's hope SirWillow does not get appendicitis. Thankfully, I already had that, so I don't have to worry. Ha! Okay. Yeah, that's a story. Not the appendicitis, but about 4 months before my daughter was born, I had an appendicitis, and awfully close. Trying not to be gross here, but it actually burst in the doctor's hand when he was doing surgery while my wife is majorly pregnant. And then we moved right afterwards. But I told people that, my wife gave birth to a baby and I gave birth to a bouncing, bursting appendix. I had to have sympathy. Then we had to have other people move us because neither one of us could move anything. Laura Chanel, welcome to the channel. So good to have you. Yeah, we're having fun tonight. Technical difficulties. I'm on my phone instead of my computer, and then I'm using my computer to see the chat, and so it's kind of weird, but hey, it's working. So, ever been to Wild River Country in Little Rock, Arkansas, or Magic Springs? No, I haven't been to the Arkansas parks yet. At some point, I will. I just don't know when. Got to be careful. We have stuff set up over here at my dining table because we were going to do a Passover with my wife's family in California and their kids, and then they weren't feeling well, so we're going to do it tomorrow. But we've got stuff set up over here to do a Passover Seder through Zoom. So we'll do that, and I'm going to try and video it and post it up on my other YouTube channel. But, yeah, crazy stuff. So anyways, that's the mail. That's the pins. I think I've got most of my stuff here. And then, yeah, I'll be adding in my new pins to the collection. So then I love Pinderella because I can get pins cheap. And if you do have pins to trade, ouch. See if I can get them out here. And see if I can get them. Once I'm done, I'll post this up on my my channel page. But I do actually have a few pins to trade that I can do with you, including universal pins. So I've got a couple. I've got one really very nice one I would trade. Just to give you a dollar value, that is a $75 to $100 pin. And you can see that it is quite a bit bigger than a normal pin. So, but yes, I definitely will trade pins. And since I'm not going to be at the parks anytime soon, trading by mail is what I will do. So I'll get a picture of my traders up at some point. Have I been to parks in Europe? So, Siggy, you obviously missed the discussion we were having about Disneyland Paris, which is okay. Disneyland Paris is the only European park I have been to. I have not been to anything else in Europe. I've been around Paris a little bit. I got to go to the Disney Paris parks, and that's it. And I haven't been to any parks in Asia. I've been to a couple small parks in South America. I haven't been to anything in New England and north of that. So that kind of gives you a good idea of where I've been. I do actually have a map that shows a lot of the parks. I need to get it finished up and get it fully updated. And then I will post a link to that in my FAQ on my website and on the Facebook page. So that way you can actually see everything. So instead of having to ask, have you been someplace? You can just look on the map and go, oh yeah, he's been here. He hasn't been there. So it's one thing I want to get done. I desperately want to get my website actually updated. I now have it set where I can actually use WordPress and other things to build the site instead of the lousy version I got now. I just got to have somebody do it because I don't have time and my abilities are not good. So if one of you wants to have some fun to build a website, let me know. I can't offer pay. I'm sorry because I'm broke. But if you're looking for something because you're sitting around bored all this time right now, I would definitely entertain some offers of help. So, and I would absolutely give you credit, put your name on the site that, hey, built by so-and-so and things like that. I know it's a terrible offer, but it's the best I can do right now. Let's see. Be sure to tell people they're new. They can still be, where do we go? Okay, so Randy C is mentioning the SirWillow pins. That is these, and yes, I do still have these for sale as well. So you are welcome to buy those. If you are in the United States, it is $10 for the first one, and then $7 for each additional one. That includes your shipping, and the description will have postage and prices if you are not in the U.S. But yes, I do have those, and these are actually very high quality pins. So they're as good as Disney pins. I was so amazed. I bought them and kind of went, oh, I hope they're good, and they're wonderful. I'm so happy with those pins. But yes, I do still have a good number of pins left. So what I want to do for a first trip to Europe: Alton Towers, Disneyland Paris, Eiffeling, and Europa. I did want to go to Eiffeling, and I know I'm saying it wrong, and I'm sorry. But we were there in February, and it wasn't open. Or I would have tried to find a way to get there. But if they do a website for you, they get a SirWillow pin. Oh, hey, if somebody builds a website for me, I will send them 3 or 4 of the SirWillow pins. No problem. I would be happy to do that. That's definitely a fair deal. So yeah, if you do that, I'm happy to send pins to you. So I am going to be working on another video as well with more stories too from viewers. I've had a number of people send me some more in, so I am going to be putting that together. I will probably do that as kind of a bonus extra video as opposed to my regular video next time. But it was fun. It was a fun video, and it was a quick one to do. So if all goes well, fingers crossed, I will do that for next Saturday. I am looking Thursday at actually doing my next confessions video will be what I would tell a new cast member. So kind of like a training video thing, but not a training video. Here's what I think a brand new cast member should know when they start out. So that's on schedule right now for Thursday. I am still kind of tossing ideas for Tuesday's Parkdales. I've got a couple different things I'm thinking about, so we'll see where I end up on that. In your opinion, what areas of the Disney parks could use some improvement or updating? Whew. Tell you what, Joel, send me that question through Facebook, because if I do a video, a pre-scheduled video with questions and answers, that's a good one to be able to devote like a good 3 or 4 minute, 5 minute answer to in one of those versus hidden on a Q&A, because there's so much there. I would really want some time to be able to develop that one. So if you could do me a favor and send that one to me through Facebook, and that way I can put it on my video list, because I have a 6-page document on my computer of ideas and suggestions, and I keep track of all the questions and stuff like that. So please send me stuff like that. That would be a great time. Great help. Let's see. Was there ever a time when a guest traded an amazing pin that you just wondered, why are you I actually had a couple times, excuse me, where when I did trade pins, generally photographers did not trade pins unless we were in the store where we sold the pictures. That's the only time we did. But I can remember a couple times the kids came up and they were looking for, simple, they wanted to trade, just a simple little pin like that, or pull it off my lanyard. And they're handing me, they'd be handing me something bigger than that, much nicer than that. And I was kind of like, no. Find me something else. I did actually have a couple kids that I didn't take their pins. I just gave them the one, which generally we were not supposed to do, but they were given. There was one. I remember a couple times kids giving me like limited edition pins that I knew were like $15, $20 pins. And they're trading me for, and they're wanting to get a little $3, $4 pin, and I'm going, no, let's find something else. So, so yeah, it did happen. Let's see here. Let's see. Think the Disney parks would be improved by reopening. That would be well, as long as they're safe when they reopen. Yes. Let's see. Since I worked at Disney, do they give any discounts for ex-employees? No. Nope, not at all. For pass holders, yes, but not ex-cast members. They have anywhere from 60 to 75,000 current cast members. So there is a way to get one as a former cast member, and that's if you are retired from Disney. So if you spent 15, 20 years and you can actually retire on a Disney retirement plan, then you do get, it's called a silver main gate. And it shows that you were retired, so you can still get admissions, and you do still get a few discounts with it. But that's the only way. If you're just there for a few years and then move on to something else, nope. No discounts. I don't know of any company that gives discounts to former employees unless they're retired from the company. So, nice idea, but not something that happens. Did I eat at the German pavilion? That's actually a good question, Joseph. Believe it or not, the answer is no. And that is because the smell of sauerkraut makes me sick. So Germany was actually the worst pavilion for me to work. I would be fine with Snow White because she was on the side, but then in between her shifts, we would have to walk around and shoot the fountain at the center of the pavilion, and the smell of sauerkraut would come out and it would start to make me sick. And I couldn't spend more than about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I would have to go wander out. And so anytime I shot there, I told them, hey guys, I'm going to be roving this because otherwise I'm going to be puking in the fountain, and that's not going to be polite. So no, never ate there because I can't stand the smell long enough. I can go into the shops and get away from it a little bit. I can wander away, but there's no way I could eat in the beer garden. The smell would just kill me. Two Tenderfoot Tourists. Hey, if you want a good, fun podcast to listen to, go listen to these guys. They are amazing. Absolutely wonderful. Love them to death. And my SirWillow logo that you just saw on my pin, hey, this is designed by that guy right there. He's the one who did that. So, have I heard any news on Disney Park status due to closing? No. End of May is now the minimum for pretty much all the parks, and really it's a wait and see. We will see, and when they know, they're going to make big announcements, but I haven't heard anything, and I don't think we're going to hear anything for a while. And that's pretty much true of every park in the U.S., whether it's Universal, Disney, Silver Dollar City, Six Flags, Cedar Fair, SeaWorld, Busch, whoever. I think it's all going to be about the same thing. So, yeah. Yeah, Craig, hadn't heard of the Silver Main Gate. Actually, if you look at my, if you go way back to when I did my Disney trip a year and a half ago, my very first return to Walt Disney World, I actually had a friend who's got the Silver Main Gate who helped get me in at one point. So I have taken advantage of that. I do have friends down there that if I do get down to Florida, I can usually call a friend or two if it's just me or maybe one other person and go, hey, can I take advantage? And so I can usually manage to get something to work like that. But I can't do it for groups or whatever. And I try not to do that because it's a pain when you got everybody and their brother. Can you get me into Disney? It's usually only really close friends I know I can get away with. So let's see here. The sauerkraut is only good when it's cooked right. See, my wife loves sauerkraut. Absolutely loves it. I hate it. So if she's eating sauerkraut, I'm out of here. I ain't in the house. So, let's see. What is the process of moving up from entry-level cast member to a supervisor? Work hard, be there every day, be on time, be in your costume, get good performances, make your guests happy, set a good example, and they will notice you and they will give you opportunities. When you get an opportunity to try something new or to train, take it. When I was there, the reason I didn't get that opportunity, two reasons. One, I didn't want it. And two, because my health issues killed my attendance, which means I wasn't qualified. But I trained everything I could. With PhotoPass, we had our regular street deal, and then we learned characters. I was like, give me the magic shot. Show me how to do every magic shot. Let's go test new stuff. If there's an opportunity to rove, I want to do that. Let me learn QA. Let me learn this. Anything you can show me, I want to know. And that's a great way to do it. So just be the best employee you can, and you will get opportunities. That's, and if you're not a great employee or you have issues or problems with conflict, then you won't. So just work hard. Do a good job. Let's see. If you're missing the parks, there's definitely a lot of ways online to experience them. Absolutely. Lots of different things. Wasn't that your best and worst? Yes. The attendance and main gates and helping people get in. Yes, I actually created a whole video about that as the best and worst perk. It's a great perk, but it's also a frustrating one. So yeah, if you want to know more about getting people in and how it works that employees can get friends and family in, look for my best and worst perk video. And I talk about that in depth there. So let's see. If you're working as a photo pass at Disney, does someone come and tell you to go take your break? Or do you have to know when you need to take breaks? Yes. Hang on just a second here, Josh. I actually just did a video. Let's see here. If my stuff will work. I just did a video called A Day Working at Epcot. And let's see if I can find it here. It's actually a fairly recent video, but I do actually, there it is. I talk about the brake system and how we find out if we're getting one or not. And a lot of it depends upon where you are working. So there's the link in the chat to that. And that'll answer your question along with a bunch of others. That's got a lot of backstage stuff on it. So you'll enjoy that one. Not pictures so much, but a lot of info. So, bet after working with Stitch, your hands look like connect the dots. It was more like solid lines everywhere. If you want to know what he's talking about, I talk about that in videos. Stitch loved being obnoxious. So, well, goodness, would you believe we've been an hour and 15 minutes? I'm late, but thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Wow, and there's still more people coming. It's not like you don't have anything to do. So, okay, and you know what? That's funny. My chat on my computer is now not updating, but my phone is. Okay. So let me try. Oh, good. Back to here's a link to the video. I like those answers, especially if it's one I already watched. Oh, you're welcome, Craig. When I worked in the parks, live in employee housing. No, I was married with kids. Doesn't work in employee housing. My wife would not have liked that. Neither would my kids. So the whole time I worked in parks, I was married. When I worked at Busch Gardens, I was actually a full-time elementary school teacher at the same school my wife worked at and that my kids attended. So that was my stress relief. Disney, I was actually pastoring full-time, and so that was my paid job to pay the bills, because pastoring usually doesn't. So no, I've always been married, so no, never lived in the housing at all. So nope, couldn't tell you anything at all about that. Ever heard of the show Undercover Boss? You mean that's the one where the owner of Silver Dollar City, sorry, not the owner, the overall corporate manager went undercover and worked at the park? No, never heard of it. Yes, saw that long before we actually went. Think I need some mods for this channel. Actually, Kat, I do have mods. I'm very picky on that. First, for you younger folks, here's a little tip for you. When you see things and you're going, "Oh, I want to be a mod," don't ever ask to be a mod. It's kind of an unwritten rule that if somebody's asking to be a mod, they're probably not going to be a good one, just because they're looking for other stuff besides the ability to help. And I know that sounds weird. My son, if he's available, mods. My daughter mods. Aaron is usually the one on, and I don't know what's happened with Aaron tonight. So, wow, my whole computer. Oh, it's a good thing we're on the phone. My internet's dead. If I had been streaming on my computer, we wouldn't be streaming because it's just like gone. So let me try and do this. Am I a rail fan? That's the actual name for train enthusiasts. A little bit, not as much as the guys who actually did the engines at Silver Dollar City. They lived for it, but I love trains, but I couldn't tell you the different gauges and models of engines and stuff like that. That I can do it for roller coasters and theme parks, but I can't do it for trains. So not that much. But I do love trains. If there's a train there and I can ride it, I do. Does Universal Studios, is that a Disney resort park? Jeremiah, go watch the video from yesterday. Who's my favorite NFL player? 49ers. I'm just going to give you the team. Let's see. And Richard Meredith. I'm good for another few hours. You know, actually, I would have had to quit if we were going to do the Passover thing tonight, but since my other family isn't, let's see here. And no, Kat, I know you weren't trying to be sketchy or anything at all like that. I do appreciate the offer. Let's see. Maybe I'm going to actually... Hey, now my chat thing on the computer is starting to catch up. I do appreciate the offer, but I tend to be very picky just because I have been around long enough that I have seen things not go well with mods when you don't know them. And when my family is able to do it, they know me, they know what I want, they know what I'm looking for, they know what works. And so it makes it very easy that way. That way I'm not having to sit there and say, "Hey guys, can you get that? Can you check that?" They just know to do it. So let's see here. Now that I can finally catch up, let's see. Read the Ahsoka Tano novel. I already have. I got it on the shelf. We've all read it. Good book. So let's see here. How about interviewing other theme park employees? Actually, Jack, that is something that is in the works some. Here's a couple things that I'm trying to work on. One, if you saw a post on my Facebook page, oh goodness, about 3 weeks back, maybe a month, about a guy who worked on the train with me named Rick, who had a stroke. One of my goals is to actually get out with Rick and just sit down and record this man's stories, because they are absolutely amazing. He has incredible stories. And so I really want to be able to get him to tell a bunch of them. I could fill like 4 or 5 videos easy off Rick's stories, and he's an awesome storyteller. So I do want to do that. One of the things I'm trying to work with Silver Dollar City PR, and this whole stuff shutdown has got that on hold. I want to go into the roundhouse before the park opens and go through the whole train setup with them. And the engineers and I are all friends. I'd love to be able to get interviews with them that would totally work well with that. And then I'm also trying to see if they might let me go in and interview the saloon cast, and talk about their stuff. I don't know that that's going to happen, but it's stuff I'm trying to work on, see if we can get it to go. So, um, Jeremiah, again, does Universal Studios have a Disney Resort Park? Go watch the video from yesterday. Enough said. Question done. Let's see. Currently reading Fellowship of the Ring. I read the whole Lord of the Rings series about every 2 or 3 years. I'm about due to read it again. So, and then we're going to start our marathon tomorrow. Like that I'm a former Disney cast member that doesn't trash Disney. I love Disney. Why would I trash it? I don't mind telling some things backstage that aren't really secrets, but there are definitely things that I have what I call a not safe for magic. I generally do not safe for magic stuff. I like to preserve it. So, what are your thoughts on Mandalorian? I love Mandalorian. Are they going to have Ahsoka Tano? This actually just came out today. Yes, Ahsoka Tano is going to be on season 2 of The Mandalorian. She's going to show up. I don't know what, how, or when, but it just came out. So I am excited. Love the character. When they used to do Star Wars weekends, and I remember she was a new character, that was when, yeah, let's go get pictures with her. So, yes, neat character. I love the way she's developed. So, let's see here. Does the train ride at Silver Dollar City drive you crazy because you know everything about the show when they blow their lines? Oh, Randy, if only you knew. If only you knew. I have a hard time riding the train a lot of times. Okay, so here's a backstage thing a little bit. I have a hard time riding because several of the people that are on that train now have been on there for years. I helped train 2 of them. And when I ride it and I see that they've been doing this for 4 years, 5 years, and they're blowing their lines, they still don't have them down after years. Not funny blown. They're just, oh, I forgot what to say and I got my timing wrong. It annoys the crud out of me. So I ride the train to get video of construction, to take pictures. But the last robber I liked left last year. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to go there. It hurts. And I know I'm not the only former train guy like that. So, oh, let's see. Anyways, I should probably cut the short. Does Silver Dollar City have any pins? Yes, they do. They do sell them in the stores. I don't have any Silver Dollar City pins. There's a couple Facebook pages. There's an SDC fans page on Facebook, and then you're from Silver Dollar City when. And there was a lady whose husband, if I remember right, had died, and he had this amazing Silver Dollar City pin collection from years back, and she was trying to find somebody who wanted it. And I was looking at that going, I would love it. That pin collection needs to be shared. And there's another guy who collects Silver Dollar City memorabilia and shares it and talks about the history of the park. And I was like, send it to him. He's going to do so much more with it. I would love it, but I would hog it. With him, he's going to be able to share it with everybody. So she sent it to him. I was very grateful. Didn't charge him anything either, just gave it to him. And I thought that was amazing. But yes, Silver Dollar City does have pins. I've got a couple little things. Let's see. Let's see which binder I've got these in. I've got a couple that are employee pins. And I don't remember where okay. So basically what I have, I don't even have my safety pin here. Huh. I've got a safety pin. This is a Silver Dollar City employee pin. That's for the charity because we donated to it. And then I think my safety pin is on my shelf in my office because I don't see it here. Nope, that's Club 33. No, it must be my office. If Silver Dollar City has a thing that if you notice a safety issue and you report it and they fix it, they'll give you a little safety certificate, and award, and a pin. And so I do have one of those. But no, I've never really bought the Silver Dollar City pins because they only have a handful at a time, and my money is very limited on what I do, and so I tend to go with the magnets because that's my bigger collection. But I would like to get some Silver Dollar City pins. I gotta look on eBay. Maybe I'm gonna take $100 of this uh, stipend check thing and use it to kind of splurge on. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll see if anybody's got those. So, anyways, I'll close with this since Kurt Hayen mentioned it. Rube Dugan's. If you go to the you're from Silver Dollar City and the SCC fans page, there's a brand new book out on the history of Rube Dugan's diving bell, and the guy has chronicled it. It's actually the history guy I talked about. And it looks amazing. If you want to know the history of one of the most creative rides, a ride where Silver Dollar City outdid Disney. They actually contacted Disney, asked Disney to help them build this, and Disney said, no, it can't be done. And Silver Dollar City did it anyways. Awesome history there. So be sure to check that out. So thank you so very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Thank you for putting up with the crazy start and the technical difficulties and everything like that. I really appreciate it. The red collar with the studs on it. The red collar with the studs? I'm not quite sure what you're referring to there. I mean, I have a Dalek up here somewhere. I got a Weeping Angel there. Where'd my Dalek go? There's my Dalek. It's hiding up there. So, yeah, I got him. But anyways, have a wonderful night, everybody. If you got more questions and stuff, send them to me on Facebook. Post them in the regular comments, not in the chat. That way I can keep track of them. I love to have them. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you had some fun tonight and got to take your mind off of everything else. Love y'all. Love having fun like this. And keep your eyes open for pop-up game videos that you can all join in on. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderfully blessed Passover and Easter and Resurrection Day, and we will catch you later. Be blessed.